Well, good morning. Good morning, and welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I'm a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an adventurer, and I'm a guy who just really enjoys words, good words. And so today I'm going to talk about a word that I haven't talked about for over a year now. Oddly enough, there are so many words out there that you just can't get to all of them in a year. So these words, by the way, come from the Virtues Project. I'm so thankful to have this is a deck of 100 really good words, and I'm so thankful to have these words to learn and to teach and to make part of my day and hopefully your day and many more people's days. I mean, they're just such good words. Respect and caring and diligence, joyfulness, serenity, truthfulness, mercy, courtesy, responsibility. I mean, there's just 100 words in here, all good. And the word that I picked today is tolerance. Tolerance. What's that about? Well, let's talk about it. Tolerance helps us to accept differences and frees us from being judgmental. It's so easy to be judgmental, especially these days when there's so much going on and we tend to be so opinionated about so many things. Um, yeah, tolerance helps us to accept differences and frees us from being judgmental. That's such a good thing. Let me put up this banner while I'm thinking about it. If anything that I say here today interests you and you want to talk more about it, schedule a call with me. businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact. Schedule a 15-minute free call just to talk about whatever's on your mind. And as long as I can do this, as long as I have time to do this, I will. So keep that in mind. Okay. Tolerance is recognizing that all people have feelings, needs, hopes, and dreams. All people have those things. And when we're intolerant and judgmental, we often step on those feelings, needs, hopes, and dreams of other people. Not a very nice thing to do. So, tolerance. Tolerance is an appreciation for diversity, whether cultural or temperament. Diversity, differences. People are different, and we have cultural differences. We have temperamental differences, and they all count. Tolerance leads to unity. Unity is so important. We get so much more done when we're unified with others. It's being patient and forgiving when others make mistakes, while calling on discernment to know when to stand up for justice. Okay, there's a key there. I'm going to read that again. It's being patient and forgiving when others make mistakes, while calling on discernment to know when to stand up for justice. Being tolerant doesn't mean just accepting everything that comes. Sometimes there's something that needs to be paused so that we can talk about truth and justice and the things that are right or wrong. But do it with tact, do it carefully, do it with peace and mercy. Okay, well, let's keep going. Tolerance is accepting the things we wish were different with humor and grace. That's such an important thing. Sometimes when we hear somebody say something or do something that we don't get, and tolerance looks like hearing or seeing whatever that is going on with humor and grace. So much better than being judgmental and critical. It allows us to embrace the pain as well as the joys of life. We all need to just take a deep breath, relax a little bit, and realize that there's so much wonderful stuff in the world. And we could, if we choose to, embrace those things that are beautiful and joyful, peaceful and loving and kind. We can embrace those things if we choose to. Okay. So what does the practice of tolerance look like? I appreciate differences. That's so simple, but so powerful. I appreciate differences. I free myself from prejudice. That's a hard thing to do because we're all born with prejudices, and well, we're not born with them necessarily, but we learn them at a very early age. They're based on whatever our parents or our influencers believe. And so much of our culture, whatever that culture is, includes prejudice. So free yourself from prejudice whenever you can, however you can. I refrain from judging myself or others. Okay? I forgive mistakes. We all like to be forgiven when we make mistakes. It's embarrassing. We make mistakes. And when we're forgiven, that's such a good feeling. And so learning to forgive others, so important. I accept what I cannot change. Okay. I balance acceptance with justice. Remember, we talked about that a little bit. Sometimes things come up that we just really don't like, or we really feel that they're wrong. And that's where we push the pause button. And if needed, we bring in justice or other important words to temper whatever it is that's happening or we're hearing. I'm thankful for the gift of tolerance. It broadens my horizons, and we can all broaden our horizons by doing things, including being tolerant. It's a good word for today. So there's a quote on the back here from Carl Jung. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Think about that for a minute. I'm going to read that again. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Yeah. When we pay attention to the things that are going on within us and around us, we learn about ourselves. And that's a good thing to do. Okay, so the word today is tolerance. I think it's a great word, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the people who watch this word for the day and who send me the little thumbs ups and the hearts and the comments. And if you have something to say, please say it. And by the way, we are still accepting your comments about what you are grateful for in your life, because we want to give away some of these cards. These are awesome cards. There's 100 in this deck, and we're giving away a deck, or maybe two, to people who send us a little note about what they're thankful for, what they're grateful for in life. It's something that I do every morning when I wake up, is I think about what it is that I'm thankful for. I thank God first for the guidance, the tolerance, and the grace and mercy that God shows to me and to everyone. And I go from there to my wife, who's awesome and wonderful, and I appreciate her so much for her wisdom and her tolerance, among other things. She is much more accepting, and she looks at the bigger picture. And these are things that I need, So hopefully we can all learn from some of the things that are said here. So tolerance being one of them. I want to thank our sponsors, not just me, but our other sponsors who appreciate what it is that Green Cow is doing. And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate the people who watch this, whether it's live or it's the recording, the replays. Send me a note. Let me know that this is something that you care about. I know I get notes from some people who do appreciate what it is that I do with this word for the day. I mean, it's only about a 10-minute show. Today we're at 11, but it's something to help us to live better, to love better, to appreciate life as it is. This is a time of year in the Chicagoland area where it can be kind of gray and gloomy, but we're only weeks away, just a couple of weeks away from the winter solstice, which means that in a couple of weeks, the days are going to start, the daylight portion of the day is going to start getting longer. And it gets longer and longer and longer for months and months and months, a half a year. And that starts in just a couple of weeks. So if you happen to live in a similar climate, look forward to that. The days are going to get longer very soon, just a couple of weeks. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, I've gone over my time, so I want to remind you to do something nice for somebody else today. And if you have the resources, do something nice for a whole bunch of people, because I know that some of you can and do, and I thank you for that. Be that light, be that source of hope and peace and joy and tolerance and all good things for other people, because when we make other people feel good by being tolerant or loving or caring or kind or whatever, the world gets a little brighter. And we could use a little more brightness in this world. So do your part. Be a really bright spot in your world. And with that, I will talk to you very soon. I'm going to do less shows for the last 2 weeks of the year, in part because I'm trying to figure out how to do them better. And I will continue to try to figure out how to do them better. And I hope you enjoy that. So with that, I will talk to you soon. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.